Okay, so I just saw something on it's on Facebook, and check this out. 3-year-old boy lost in the North Carolina woods tells his mom he hung out with a bear for 2 days. No idea what this video is. The 3-year-old boy who spent 2 days lost in the woods of eastern North Carolina tells his mother he hung out with a bear for companionship while hundreds of people searched frantically in the cold and rainy weather to find him. This just happened, and look how cold it's been. This is pretty crazy, and I don't think it was a bear. His mother, Brenda, shared that revelation on Facebook Friday morning, adding that Casey is healthy, smiling, and talking after being found late Thursday night. The post has got more than 400 comments and nearly 2,000 shares through the day. He said he hung out with a bear for 2 days, she posted. God sent him a friend to keep him safe. God is a good God. Miracles do happen. Amen. Casey spent Thursday night being examined by doctors at Carolina East Medical Center, and hospital staff said Friday that he was in good condition and will be released later today or tomorrow, according to the TV station. His mother said Friday that a post office box is being set up to handle the sudden outpouring support for the boy, who spent the day in the hospital bed, eating Cheetos, nuggets, what kind of nuggets, and watching Paw Patrol, whatever that is. Thank you, everyone who wants to send things to welcome Casey home and put a smile on his face, Brenda Hathaway wrote. Both him and his big sister have endured so much over the last 3 days, so we thank you for wanting to be so kind to him. Casey was found late Thursday stuck in a triangle of vines and thorns, about a half mile from where he went missing, Craven County Sheriff Chip Hughes said in a press conference streamed. Let's see. Authorities say they were aided by a 911 call from someone who reported hearing Casey crying for his mother deep in the woods. This is this is crazy. A team rushed to the area and followed the sound of the boy's voice. The 911 caller, according to WRAL, was a woman who was walking her dogs when she heard the boy crying out. The New Bern Sun Journal says the 25-pound boy was wet, cold, and scratched up but speaking when found by rescuers who waded through waist-deep water. You know, a lot of these missing 411 deals talks about this. I haven't read this whole article yet either, but it's pretty daggum interesting so far. Casey had been missing since Tuesday when he wandered from his grandmother's yard while playing with other children, said the sheriff. Hundreds of volunteers joined local law enforcement agencies to search treacherous terrain that is flooded and dotted with sinkholes, the sheriff's office said on Facebook. Even the trained searchers having trouble navigating safely. The authorities don't know how far the boy strayed during the 2 days. Believed he was moving around most of the time he was lost. Less than a mile where he went missing. Here's the folks' Facebook if anybody's interested. I think it's pretty wild. I don't know, have y'all heard anything about this? I seen somebody earlier was talking about it on Facebook. Someone I got on Facebook was talking about it earlier. Hiker Dave, that's another thing I wanted to mention. Hiker Dave and I are going to try to do a live feed tomorrow around 8 o'clock, 8ish. I had a video on here, but now they took it off and they're playing other videos. Weird. I want to do this. Let's see if it'll play.
What is this?
Look at this guy move.
Probably, yeah.
The kid was 3 years old. What is this weirdo doing?
Everybody happy?
Yep, we're good.
Thank you. Do you need flesh tones?
Yeah, dude, you don't look
Here
shit
from
like
them.
that.
So here we go.
Little fella is happy, and his parents are very happy as well. When he saw his little sister, had a big smile on his face, and I can tell you, it's just very, very touching. I want to thank all of the volunteers that came out. I cannot thank them enough. Craven County stepped up. They did, and all did the surrounding counties as well. All of these agencies that stand here with me, and a lot of them are not here, just the resources that they brought in. We were diligent working around the clock. I don't even want to begin to name all the agencies because I don't want to leave somebody out. But I just want to thank everybody for the job they've done. And I do want to recognize the chief here. This gentleman here is the one that put his hands on the little fellow when he heard him. I'm going to ask him just to say a few words about what he saw. Hold on a second. Here's one. Hold on. And then this is the mother and the father.
We just want to tell everybody that we're very thankful that you took the time out to come search for Casey and prayed for him. And he's good. He is good. He's up and talking. He's already actually watched Netflix, so he's good. He is good.
Thank everybody for coming out, all the prayers. It means a lot. Yeah, just
Thank him.
Yeah.
Thank him.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you, buddy. So I do want the captain just to say a little bit, how we came about finding. It was once again, it was folks giving us tips and leads, and the rescue teams and everybody that was out there jumping right on it and following every lead. And I'll tell you, we had a lot of them come in, and we hit every one of them immediately and diligently, and it paid off. And I could not be happier by the way this turned out. I know we're all ready for some rest, but I want this gentleman right here to say a few words.
We, like the sheriff said, we responded on a tip and located by voice this young man and went to him, disentangled him from some briars that he was hung up in, brought him out, and here we are. So thank everybody that did assist. Thanks for all the community support and everybody that helped us.
So real quick, we'll take a few questions. Of course, we'll be available the rest of the week, but anything, Brian, what you got, buddy?
Any indication he'd been out there the whole time? You've searched that area, it seems like. It been around. Had he been there the whole time, or was this something that, another thing that we have a question to answer here?
Yeah, I don't believe he was there the whole time. I believe he did some moving around. That was an area that we were getting to. We initially went into the search where he was last seen, and that's where we started working it out methodically. So this was definitely an area. We got a call, a tip. Our deputies and the captain went straight to the location. As soon as the captain stepped out, he heard Casey asking for his mother. And he was about 40, 50 yards? Yeah, 40 or 50 yards into the woods. I had to go through a lot of water to get to him, and then Casey was in there in some vines and thorn bushes. So.
Did he indicate how he got in there himself?
No, sir. He hasn't said a whole lot except when his little sister came in there, he really brightened up then.
Sure, what was his condition you found?
I'm sorry, ma'am.
What was his condition?
I believe he was. You want to speak to his condition?
He was cold, but he was verbal. second in command to us. So the more we warmed him up, the more active he became. And you know, I think for the conditions, I think he fared very well. You know, we're very fortunate for where we are.
We got a lot of rain yesterday. Was he wet?
He was. I think everything in there is wet right now. Everything's wet. So.
I tell you, like I've said in the previous, you know, this terrain was just, it presented so many tough challenges for us, you know, and a lot of it had to do by foot. We did have a lot of aircraft come in, you know, and I do want to acknowledge, you know, the FBI. These folks have been awesome. They came in here and they just brought so many resources to help us here in Craven County find Casey, as well as the SBI, the State Highway Patrol. You know, about another 20 to 25 sheriff's offices, local police departments, our volunteer rescues, and of course the citizens of Craven that came in just by the hundreds to cover this huge tract of property that we were working on.
How far away from where he was reported missing did you find him?
What was it, maybe less than a quarter of a mile, maybe? Quarter and a half, yeah. Yeah, a little over a quarter of a mile. Something like
You
that.
guys obviously still have some questions. Can you tell us what is the process going forward in terms of any further investigations?
Well, as we're treating it from the beginning as a missing child. You know, the child has been found. Casey's been found and brought home. So, like I said, the family was very cooperative. That was key, as were all the neighbors. So, Jamie, you have anything? Good to go?
Any indication there was any kind of abduction or that he was taken and then returned, or do we think this was...
No, absolutely not. At no time did we see any indications of an abduction. And, you know, just to take that a little further, that's why an Amber Alert was not put out. There were no signs of abduction. Believe me, had there been the slightest, we would have done that.
No Amber Alert put out? That's kind of strange, right?
Was he still in the same clothing as what was reported for people to look at? And any cuts or bruises? You said you found him in a thorn.
He was it's still in his coat. It was zipped up, and he's cut up a little bit, scraped, stuff like that, but in very good spirits, very happy. And like I said, you know, what was really special is when he saw his little sister and smiled. So it was a very touching moment. Very touching.
Is the plan for him to be here overnight?
That I don't know. I know he's receiving medical treatment, but he was talking. So. Any other questions? Thank you all very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Shelley? Yes. The
3-year-old boy lost in North Carolina woods tells his mom he hung out with a bear for 2 days. That's just, you know, that's just kind of odd, right? And I seen Jimmy B actually was in Walmart whenever you went live with this a while ago, and I just thought about it and seen that it popped up on something else. It reminded me. So I'm just looking into all this, and I seen someone else had a comment a while ago that they had already searched the woods, and where he was found at, they'd already searched it. Diane said it. They searched it a few times. And, you know, they talk about, like in the missing 411, that, you know, they will look over areas a few times and not find anything, and then go back to that area that they've looked at before and find it. Plus, if you look into it, it's always around water. So, I don't know. I find it hard to believe that a bear, and, you know, most of the bears are hibernating right now. We're in the middle of winter right now. Most of them's hibernating. They do come out in the wintertime during hibernation. They, you know, especially the male bears. Now, a mother bear with cubs, it's probably still deemed up, but usually they're, you know, they're hibernating this time of the year. Like I said, they will come out. So I would like to hear a description of this bear and see how the old bear acted. You know what I'm saying? And in other news, the state of New York is now allowing abortions up to 9 months, so that's great. I mean, that's really nice. That's not evil, right? would like to hear a description of the bear. Pretty interesting. Mama Bigfoot had the child. I mean, yeah, I found 1 mile away in a place, Diane said, in a place that was hunted before. Let's see if we can find anything else. I'd like to find a site that's not fake news. Here's one I've never heard of. We'll go with it. Of course I'm using blocker software. Why wouldn't I? It's going to be pretty squishy. Yeah, the whole not putting out Amber Alerts. I mean, ain't that weird? A 3-year-old kid, and I'm gonna put out an Amber Alert. Look how cold it is there. Everybody's bundled up. See the breath.
Oh, by now, hopefully he's tired and he wants to be home, and he's a child that young tends to wander and, try to find their way back. So hopefully by now he's tired and he's staying put.
Where in North Carolina was this? Craven County. I'm not sure where that's at. Oh wow, so that's out on the coast. Oh, you know what? I need to talk to Angie about this. Might not be the same place, but y'all know she goes down to North Carolina on vacations and finds some interesting stuff down there. I'm wondering if this is around where she goes. Because they got the Green Swamp is right out in here. I'm just wondering if that's around the Green Swamp. National Forest. There's another forest. That is interesting. I'll have to ask her about that. I don't know. What do y'all think? What do y'all think happened? She goes somewhere. I'm gonna ask her. Yeah, you would think. Yeah, exactly, Brian. That's a good point. After when a bear does come out from hibernation, it's wanting to eat something. So a little, that's just nature. Uh, there's also divine intervention, and with God, anything's possible. But I mean, that's just awful strange. I mean, that's just weird. I mean, it could. I would love to hear the kid's description of what this bear looked like. That would be pretty interesting. So I don't know if anybody knows them people on Facebook. That'd be interesting to find that out. Yeah, I seriously doubt. I mean, I seriously doubt a bear's going to do that. A bear's going to take care of a kid. Unless, again, there's divine intervention and the Lord does work in mysterious ways. But how easy would it be to mistake a booger? With a 3-year-old kid could mistake a booger for a bear. It's pretty easy. So, I'd like to know if this bear walked around on 2 legs or what happened. Yeah, like I said, I think he was in here a while ago. Jimmy, I've got him, and I don't know. That's why I was looking on my notifications. I got notified he was on my phone on the Facebook whenever I was poking around in Walmart, but I didn't see it just now on this one. I don't know. Facebook's such a weird critter. Do you have a link, Diane? Does anybody have a link to a live interview? So a lot of Sasquatch reportings are said to be a bear. Even like I've had a couple of brief glimpses at him, and at first I thought bear was the first thing that ran through my head until you look and you're like, well, there's no way. Well, cow one time when we ran across the porch, but what was I looking for? What's down at the beach? Diane, do you know what the site would be for the live interview?
after spending more than 2 days on his own. Some of that time in Medical Center in New Bern. This is where Casey Hathaway is being evaluated after spending more than 2 days on his own. Some of that time in below freezing temperatures. A doctor at the hospital says he is in good condition and is resting right now, and we expect that he will be released today. The Craven County Sheriff delivering the great news last night that 3-year-old Casey Hathaway was found safe. The FBI says he is in good health and has been talking. A captain with Chocowinity EMS found Casey about a quarter of a mile from his grandmother's home in Craven County. That's where he was reported missing Tuesday afternoon after 2 children he was playing with went inside without him. Temperatures that night were below freezing. Officials say that Casey was calling for his mom when they found him. And I've been in touch with family, friends. They tell me he has scratches, that he was cold, that his hands and feet are swollen, but they say he will be just fine. I'm Gloria Rodriguez, and you're watching ABC News Live.
You're not very good.
At Fidelity, we make sure.
Go away. Yeah, that don't make much sense, does it? No Amber Alert, but the FBI was called in. I mean, that's just so strange. I thought anytime a kid went missing, there was an Amber Alert. That is just, that's just odd. I, I don't know. If I can find out anything else on this, I will do a follow up. But I thought it was interesting to to see that, and the story really, to me, it don't add up. Did they say the bear was 8 foot tall, Jimmy? And Jimmy, wasn't you on Facebook a while ago? I don't know why it's not on my feed now. He was talking about it, but said I was in Walmart. I don't know the whole. I mean, there was like some kind of wildlife sanctuary there. Or was it Craven County, North Carolina? A bear taking care of him. Yeah, I mean, that's just a bit strange. So look at that. That's all national forest right there. All that. I wonder what town he was from. I wonder if he was. These national forests, y'all. I mean, I think there's something to it with some being with having some boogers. There's another one here. Pumpkin Center. I guess the green swamp is on down this way. I know it's on the line, the border. Probably right here. Yeah, Lumberton. I used to live down in this area many moons ago. Yeah, it don't add up. I mean, I guess more things will come out, but then again, we'll never hear the whole truth about it. Hung out with a bear for 2 days. Yeah. Hundreds of people searching for him. He wasn't but found a mile away. Well, praise God that he's back home with his family now. I mean, that's really good news. We just don't seem to be getting much good news lately. I'm disgusted with what's going on up in New York right now. I mean, that's insane. Abortions at 9 months. I mean, come on. That's a they call it women's rights or whatever, but what about the baby's rights? I mean, that's a fully developed baby. You're killing, you're murdering it. And I mean, if something ain't done about this, Jesus come. I mean, that's just pure evil. See, now it's half a mile. It was a mile. They can't get nothing right. They probably didn't even say bear. Might say booger, and they thought he said bear. See why they can't get their story straight? A quarter mile? Treacherous terrain that is flooded and dotted with sinkholes. How do you even get through that? You know what I'm saying? Grown men having trouble navigating it. I mean, I guess he rode the bear's back, right? That don't make any sense. That's pretty interesting. I'm tickled to death that he's back with his family. That's great. First time I heard the story this morning, they said the bear kept him warm. Yeah, Bigfoot. I mean, bears just, I don't think they're going to be like that. Exactly, Pam. Adoption. I mean, it's disgusting. If you really want to be disgusted, look up the whole roots of Planned Parenthood and how it came about. It's the most racist organization there is. Email North Carolina northwest of New Bern. What do you mean, Pam? They can never get their story straight. 50 yards from the road and a quarter mile from where he was first seen. See, I mean, shouldn't they get together and at least get their story straight so people don't get suspicious? I mean, they do it to themselves. Good, Gordon. Good. I hope. I mean, that honestly sickens me what they're doing up in New York. I don't know if I click on that if it'll take me out here. I'm gonna try it. So if I can copy it, I'm gonna click on it. We'll see what happens. Why you say that's about cheese, Barb? What is wrong with you people up in Wisconsin? You and your cheese. Now we're both gonna start talking about food. Yeah, it's crazy. I know, she just wanted to look at cheese. It's okay, Babs. We don't, you're making everybody hungry now. Oh Lord, what a time we have. Well, I mean, they're going to be judged, and I don't know what the agenda, what the reasoning is behind it. I'm afraid that it's something really dark. I honestly am. As far as I'm talking about sacrifices to a dark god, and that's what I think's going on with that whole deal. That's all they think about up there is cheese. Hello, Bob. I did hear something about that, Tom. I can't remember what it was now. And where are they building it at? You stepped into reality, Bob. What's going on? Oh, that's another thing about the abortions. They don't even have to go to a doctor to get these abortions, right? The argument used to be, if they ban abortions and women's going to be going into the dark back alleys to get their abortions done and stuff. Now this new law, they don't even have to have a doctor to do the abortions. I swear they're so hypocritical and disgusting. Man, I like some cheese curds. I'm out of cheese curds. I need to go back to my brother's. Yeah, you want to see something trippy? Is look up missing children on or around Halloween, and look how many go missing during that time. It's crazy. On the 46th anniversary of Roe versus Wade. Oh, here's Snopes fact checking. Don't ever go to Snopes for your facts. Oh, Lord, this is CNN, which is just as bad. Then they got all these people cheering. They got them. I mean, they're in there celebrating like it's some kind of pagan holiday about killing babies. I mean, they're man, people so disgusting. Now allows medical professionals who are not doctors to perform abortions in New York. You people are sick. What about it, Pam? You're gonna get me laughing. I won't be able to do that. If it's about cheese or something, I'm done. Playing with two other children in his grandmother's backyard. Heavy rains and strong winds. I mean, just I wonder what the temperatures were. Besides cold, but I mean, just the elements alone. It seems like for 2 days out on that. I mean, that'd be tough on a full-grown person. Yeah, for anybody just joining, this 3-year-old boy went missing in North Carolina on the actually out towards the coast of North Carolina. And there just happens to be a large what was it, federal forest there, and the story is that a friendly bear got him and protected him, and took care of him for 2 days out in the rainy, cold wind. I think this is the one we done watched. But anyway. Alright, guys, I guess that's it. If anything else new comes out about this, leave a comment under this video. Yeah, friendly bear. Friendly bear protected the kid for 2 nights out in the cold and rain. That's what happened. And it was anywhere from 10 foot to a mile away from where he went missing. Grand dogs. Yeah, I would like to know. I would like to hear the kid's description of this bear. Well, like Duke was saying a while ago, if a bear's coming out of hibernation, they're coming out for food. They're hungry. They want to eat. I don't know what the mass crops or anything were like down there, but like around here, like I got the pictures of the bear on my game camera. Uh, they're hungry. There wasn't no type of acreage or anything around here. Now North Carolina might be a totally different story, but the wild friendly bear, to my knowledge, don't exist. I mean, what we got, Geno Ben here coming out, right? I mean, come on. I'm wondering if the bear walked around on 2 legs. That one's raiding my deer feeder. I wouldn't trust my 3-year-old kid with that bear. I just wish an honest person would interview him, or just ask the kid to describe the bear. Let him tell his story. This is a fine looking bear. If he stares at the feeder long enough, maybe more corn will come out of it. Nope. Maybe it's up here. But anyway, I guess that's all I got. But again, tomorrow, me and Hiker Day is going to try to do a live thing, so y'all get your questions ready for Hiker Day. Should be pretty interesting. Good guy. Check him out. Yeah, I mean, exactly. Bears to be hungry. It's been snowy here, and like up at Snow White's place, it's been snowy. And I was talking to her a while ago, and she hasn't been having any activity in the last few days with the snowy. And I just find it interesting. And I think it's because the boogers know about their tracks, and they're just not as active now. I don't think boogers hibernate or anything, but I do think they will lay low in such weather. I mean, it's been pretty cold down in the teens and stuff. The bird feeder, I don't know. It's kind of weird. I've had it out for close to a month now, and really the birds are just now starting to find it. So I'm hoping if the birds find it, then other critters will start seeing it. And if I get the watchers, they come back by, then they'll see it. Then they might come down for a snack. So we'll see how that goes. I moved it away from the game camera. Maybe that might have something to do with it too. But 8 o'clock tomorrow, hopefully around 8ish, we'll say. Might be sooner, might be later. Just whenever we feel like doing it. Don't like making plans. But we're going to shoot for 8 o'clock. I'll send out a warning shot before. Yeah, I got my fan working in the bedroom. Got my bathroom sink. I've been without a bathroom sink for over a week now. So I made a trip into Logan today. Went to Lowe's and got some goodies. Looking pretty good. That bedroom, I put a ceiling fan up. I only got shocked one time, and the ceiling fan functions perfectly now, so that's good. But all right, yeah, I haven't been checking the comments. Been busy today. I just got done with all that. But anyway, like I said, we'll try to go live tomorrow. Y'all stop by and join us. Y'all have a good night, and God bless.